dudes. This is Nomad, your source for unconventional knowledge and answers to your existential thoughts and questions. Today I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot recently, and it's really simple, but for some reason we make it a lot harder than it has to be. And that thing is just being yourself and accepting yourself as you are. Now, something I've come to figure out a lot recently is that there's not really anybody that is restricting you on who you are and who you want to be. For some reason, there are these stigmas in place that everybody's going to judge you or make fun of you or something based on how you be yourself, and that really just isn't true. It's like there's a psychic barrier between who we think we should be and who we really want to be. And in my life personally, in the past, even through childhood, through grade school, it was like I always felt like I had to restrict my true self and who I wanted to be, because I always felt like I wasn't normal, like I didn't fit into the crowd, and that's still to this day. I don't like to participate in the regular things that regular people like to do. I don't care for the news. I don't keep up with any kind of sports or any kind of culture, society-related activities. And this has always made me feel really alienated. And it was only until a little bit ago until I realized that those prescribed interests were not going to make me happy. And the only thing that was really gonna make me fulfilled and happy with my own life is to do my own thing. And so I just started doing my own thing, just stopped caring about what kind of social repercussions were gonna happen if I started being me. Because always in the past, I felt like sometimes I would get an urge like, oh, okay, well maybe it's okay, and I can be myself, and it'll be okay. And then I would be myself, and then like I got that answer from the public, society, and people was like, whoa, no, not like that. You know, be yourself, but not that much, dude. Just calm down. So it was always a big battle within myself to try to figure out that happy medium of what was too much of myself. It was like I could only be so real. It's like I had put on so much of a mask to always go out to public places. And once I just really stopped caring about what people thought of me, what kind of judgments I would face, I realized that all those things are really just barriers that we put up ourselves. For whatever reason, it's like we need to put up some kind of challenge for ourselves to see what we can actually overcome. A really easy way to start doing that is just wherever you go, wherever you are, whoever you're talking to, just speak directly from your heart. For a lot of my life, I thought of what I thought of inside the deepest part of my mind, and what came from my heart was too much for a lot of people. Like the things I thought of that I would bring up in a regular conversation would just be way too deep and like way too philosophical or way too heartfelt for a normal day-to-day small talk kind of conversation. And to an extent that is true. Interacting with people that you might not have a deep connection with, it's okay to not always go super deep into conversation with them. You don't have to get to the meaning of life itself with every random stranger that you meet on the street. Like I said in my first video, I've never been much of a public speaker. I've never been one to put myself on camera. And so this in itself has been a really big challenge for me to not only put myself out there, but to be able to speak as comfortably and freely from my own thoughts and heart just to a camera. And as weird as it may seem, for some reason it's really bizarre. And I think a lot of it comes down to just self-love. If you love yourself and know all of your extents of your personality, the dark parts of yourself, and just loving all of that, loving that it's all part of you. A lot of times our own perceptions of ourselves is what we think other people are thinking of us, and there's a lot of in between there. And when I was younger, I always felt like I was that weird kid who didn't really fit into any group or crowd of people. Like I would always look to the popular crowd back in middle school and high school and wonder why they always seemed like they were so happy, and but nothing they were doing seemed like it was especially fun. Luckily, I found a great group of friends that we like to do the same things and enjoy doing the same kinds of activities, and it's not at all what the normal crowd of people is doing. We always wonder why we seem like we're the only ones doing the kinds of things that we're doing. It seems like what we're doing is much more fulfilling and promoting of a healthy and balanced lifestyle, while everybody else is being brainwashed by society, news, and all kinds of things coming at them from every angle, and they don't seem aware of it at all. Lately, I've just been learning to embrace my own weirdness, and the more I stop trying to fit in any kind of particular category that society has put together to make labeling and categorizing in our minds more easy, the happier I become, and the more myself I feel like I am, and the more confident I am too. You know, one of the things I've been thinking about a lot lately is like, alright, well, if I don't fit into any one of these categories that's all inclusive in all these ideas and beliefs, I'm just gonna make my own. I'm not gonna call it anything. I'm just gonna be me. And personally, I think it's very restricting to be in some sort of belief system or a set of ideals that if this label applies to you, then your thoughts operate within this box. And to me, that seems very restrictive on a conscious mind. Because if we're not free to think and express ourselves in a non-violent fashion that doesn't hurt any other beings, then can we really be free? And I'm not blaming any kind of structure that we have in place, because ultimately the kind of structure we have in place is a representation of us. So if we want to change something about how the world is being run, then we are the voice of it. So instead of sitting on our asses and complaining about, oh yeah, they always do this, or they don't let you do this, well, let's actually do something about it, and let's make change. I'm tired of just complaining about things and just dealing with things. Let's actually make a world where we all want to live and thrive in it. Anyway, I wanted to keep this video short. I don't mean to go on long rants or tangents. Bottom line is that just be yourself, and anybody that you think will have a problem with you being yourself, then maybe ask yourself that if that's really the kind of people that you want to have in your life. This is Nomad saying that I'm not afraid to be myself, and neither should you. Be excellent to each other, and namaste.